Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in to my super chat. Thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Michigan is basically the beginning of the end for Bernie Sanders. He did this to himself. He spread the nonsense about Trump possibly working with Russia. And then they used that same absurd fantasy against him. The Russians want Bernie. Anything Democrats don't like, the Russians want. It's so nonsensical and irrational. You wonder how we got to this point as a country, where Democrats, if they stub their toe, it's Putin's fault. You wonder, how did it get this way? Oh, corrupt intelligence officials that, by the way, Bernie Sanders backed up. And he not only did he help perpetuate the same myth that implicates him, Jill Stein, Tulsi Gabbard, President Trump, but he never said that he was cheated. He never said, you cheated me. And now he went from Joe Biden being the front runner to Bernie Sanders running away with it. So the same sites that are saying that Bernie was going to run away with it after they said Joe Biden's going to run away with it, now they're saying Joe Biden will run away with it. He will become, he won't become nominee. Hillary Clinton's going to become nominee. This is a brilliant, brilliant campaign by Madam Secretary. Get the Hulu documentary, go on Good Morning America, go on Ellen, go on every show, Jimmy Fallon, Andy Cohen, every single major show, Howard Stern, every day disparage Trump, every day say, gosh, I feel the urge to run. I could defeat Trump again. A lot of people have been telling me I should run. I'm keeping the door open, but I'm not running for anything. So, and then, of course, with the Deal Book Conference with Andrew Ross Sorkin, she says, Madam Secretary says, gosh, I know I have a pretty good chance that I know who the nominee will be, because he asks her, will you support the nominee? She goes, yeah, because I have a pretty good chance I know who it's going to be, meaning herself. This has been a charade from choreographed actors, basically actors who just exited stage left or right. Amy Klobuchar, Mayor Pete, right before Super Tuesday, drop out of the race. Then Michael Bloomberg, then Elizabeth Warren. I mean, it's not rocket science, people. By the way, to my super chat again, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these. Now, we can look. Biden's going to win Michigan, okay? Let's just say Bernie were to win Michigan. It still wouldn't matter because March 17th, he has Ohio, Florida, Illinois, and Arizona. Then March 24th, he has Georgia. That's 5 states he's going to lose in. And then they're going to say, if you don't drop out, so Madam Secretary might be waiting for Bernie to just drop out. And can you imagine how distraught his supporters will feel? Because I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet. I used to be the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post, and the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. I had 100 articles in the Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, and other publications that editors at those publications gave me a stamp of approval. So anybody wants to disparage me, you're inadvertently disparaging the editors who gave me a stamp of approval because my writing was accurate. I said that Bernie was the front runner up until July 5th. He was the front runner running up against a person who should have been indicted. He literally was running against a person with an FBI criminal investigation because of crimes committed, not because of a dossier, because of servers with top secret intelligence on them. So anyway, and then James Comey covered up those crimes, and then you have, the average Bernie supporter saying, I remember when H.A. Badman said that indictments were imminent. Well, what do you think would have taken place, genius, if the indictments that anyone else would have received happened? Bernie would have won the nomination, but the whole thing was rigged. It's even more rigged now, but Bernie's campaign is a lot worse. Bernie had a viable campaign. He started from nothing. And when I was writing about Bernie Sanders, he started from nothing. And then people say, well, when I was writing in 2016, they said, oh, it's clickbait. He's not really the front runner. Then I said, yeah, he is, and he's the only person who could defeat Trump. And I said Clinton would lose to Trump. Oh, my goodness, you're just doing it for clicks. Then I'm proven right. Then they say, oh, well, you're just saying that Clinton's going to run for clicks. It's like, no, I'll be proven right about that again. Every time I say something, they think it's so outlandish that when what they feel absurd takes place, and I'm right, and I accurately state, that the Democratic Party is not a party where logic and reason and rational thought prevails. What is counterintuitive to you is very normal to the people who run the Democratic Party. So the DNC emails were not... We have no evidence that they were hacked by Russia. The evidence is the opinion of intelligence chiefs that are corrupt. That's it. They have no evidence. So, the notion that Russia fears the Democratic Party so much that they would hack the DNC to inform everyone of that Bernie Sanders was cheated, that's absurd. That's absurd. But here, I mean, you have a situation now where Bernie's pretty much done, and he did this to himself. Hal, hello. Hope all is well. Thank you for watching for so long. Democrats have done this to themselves. Bernie loses Michigan, and it's game over. Michigan is the prize today. He loses Michigan, and it's game over. Biden is a Monmouth University poll found Biden ahead of Sanders by 15 points. Data for Progress poll released the same day shows Biden 20 points ahead. Earlier polls by Mitchell Research and Epic MRA for Detroit Free Press in the days before Tuesday showed Biden 21 points and 24 points ahead of Sanders in the state, respectively. Yes, Bernie won in Michigan in 2016. Bernie had a completely different campaign. A completely different campaign. Everything was different about Bernie's campaign. When people say, well, how do you go from Trump to Bernie Sanders? Bernie 2016, you can definitely go to President Trump because he's bringing home Americans. He's bringing home Americans. He signed a peace deal that should have been signed under President Obama. He's bringing home Americans. That would never have happened under Clinton. It would never have happened under Bernie. Bernie couldn't even stand up to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. He's a good human being, Bernie Sanders. He believes in his policies, even though he cannot communicate or sell his policies, because I had one of my amazing viewers said, oh, HA, what happened to you? Social Security works. Why can't Medicare for all work? It's like, well, it's a different ballgame. The government is not covering the healthcare needs forever of 320 million people. That's a different ballgame. So Social Security is a different ballgame. And not all Americans benefit from Social Security. So the thing is, a much smaller percentage. Well, let's put it this way. Only a certain percentage of Americans benefit from Social Security, whereas Medicare for All would be all 320 million Americans. And we already spend $1.1 trillion in a federal budget of around $4 trillion. So how much is that $1.1 trillion going to increase? That is what Bernie Sanders never explained, because he can't explain it. Because according to the Mercatus study, you'd have to double or triple tax collection. And then according to the study, the Yale study, first of all, they don't like the Mercatus study because of conservative bias. Well, the Yale study, I believe, the person who conducted the study had worked with Bernie Sanders in some capacity. But aside from that, they say, well, it's going to save tens of thousands, 70,000 people's lives. Yeah, if the government actually, if the rollout did not have glitches, and if the costs did not increase over time pertaining to the rollout. And you're talking about, they say, well, it's just a payroll tax and then you tax the rich. Well, what okay, first of all, you're gonna then give people less money in a payroll tax, and employers have to pay also within the payroll tax, and they might lay off people, but workers are going to pay it through their paycheck anyway. So you're not really, if you're like, well, you're not going to pay a premium. Yeah, you'll pay a premium in the form of less money from your salary, because there'd be a higher payroll tax. You're always going to pay. It's not free. Medicare for all is not free. You're not going to not pay for it because it's free. The government will pay. You're going to pay for it somehow. And employers and billionaires are smarter than you think. So, look, Bernie's campaign went from a whole bunch of policies that were ambitious, that resonated with people, and he didn't just focus on one policy. He didn't just focus on one policy. He focused on numerous policies and said, look, we're going to try to, our main focus also, he said, foreign policy, he's going to bring home Americans, end quagmires. That is not what, that is not what he's talking about in 2020. So, there's a whole lot of things that Bernie Sanders, the Democratic Party doesn't even want. They don't even want a Green New Deal. The AFL-CIO is against the Green New Deal. Unions are against it. They think it's going to hear. AFL-CIO, Green New Deal. You look right here. AFL-CIO criticizes Green New Deal, calling it not achievable, but there's actually a Associated Press article. AFL-CIO shreds Green New Deal. This is Jessica Chasmar. Okay, so AOC's plan could cause immediate harm to millions. Big Labor has come out swinging against the Green New Deal, with the AFL-CIO claiming the sweeping energy and economic reforms proposed by Senator Ed Markey and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez could cause, quote, immediate harm to millions of union workers, which, by the way, Biden had some very nice things to say to union workers today. So there you go. There you go. It's tough to create a political revolution when the Democratic Party doesn't even want the policies that you claim America wants. You can't, if the Democrats don't enact, like they control the House of Representatives. They control the House of Representatives. Why haven't they passed the Medicare for All bill? Why haven't they passed the Medicare for All bill? They're the ones you need to vote for Democrat to get Medicare for all. Well, why haven't they passed a Medicare for all bill? Because they don't want Medicare for all. They don't want Medicare for all. They want to just funnel votes. They want to funnel votes from progressives into the Democratic Party. Hillary Clinton is going to be nominee. She's going to be nominee. And you know what? It's pretty interesting when you look at how this all took place. I mean, they cheated Bernie in 2016. They're cheating Bernie again. They called Tulsi Gabbard a Russian operative. They lament and mourn the fact that Elizabeth Warren's not there, and they don't even celebrate the fact that Tulsi Gabbard is still there. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526. So, and then it's a combination of things. So they cheated Bernie with an app. And then they cheated Bernie with an app in Iowa. And then everyone just drops out miraculously, coincidentally, definitely not choreographed. Definitely not choreographed. So when Elizabeth Warren, When Mayor Pete dropped out of the race, of the contest, that was just a coincidence. That definitely was not choreographed. Everything was fair. How dare anyone say it was choreographed? When Amy Klobuchar dropped out, that was definitely a coincidence. That did not happen. That did not happen. When Amy Klobuchar dropped out, that was a coincidence. Okay? When Bloomberg, because he was really running for president, don't you know? Bloomberg was definitely running for president. There were no ulterior motives there. He dropped out a day before. And then when Elizabeth Warren dropped out, nothing was choreographed there. Okay. When Hillary Clinton called Tulsi Gabbard a Russian operative, and nobody came to her defense, and Bernie reluctantly came to her defense, that wasn't an example of Hillary running. She just, every single day, Madam Secretary introduces yet another, commentary on an election that apparently she's not running in. Well, of course she's going to be the nominee. Hillary Clinton's going to be the nominee. This whole thing is a charade. A complete and utter charade. Look. This is what, okay. The other day, Hillary Clinton said that Bernie Sanders was not the strongest candidate. Okay. Sanders' response to Clinton criticism. Unlike Secretary Clinton, I don't want to relive 2016. Very good, Bernie. That was a forceful rebuke of what Hillary has said about you every single day. Senator Bernie Sanders, a 2020 hopeful candidate, responded late Tuesday to criticism from former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, saying he doesn't want to relive 2016. Bernie drove me crazy, Clinton said in the Hulu documentary that everyone loves. He was in Congress for years. He had one senator support him. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants to work with him. He got nothing done. So this is how they treat him. Listen, one of the great rappers of all time, great 90s rapper, but also a million times better than most rappers today. MC Breed. Ain't no future in your frontin'. And the Democrats have their own song, their own remix. The only future we have is frontin'. All we do is front. MC Breed, Ain't No Future in Your Frontin' is the song of this election. Because everyone pretends, even Bernie. He's not fighting the 1%. He's not fighting the one. The only person who's fighting is Tulsi. I give it to Tulsi Gabbard. She's fighting. I like Tulsi Gabbard's foreign policy. Because it's like Trump's foreign policy. And it was like Bernie 2016's foreign policy. That's the link. And it's somewhat similar to Jill Stein's foreign policy, which is any foreign policy that says reduce American interventions or no more American interventions in other countries. Apparently, Russia doesn't like. GTO Mama, hello. Bernie should have crafted a message. On a serious note, Bernie should have crafted a message that resonated with black voters in the South. He did not do that. He spent 4 years on social media. He could have said, look, this is how we're going to pay for Medicare for all, a Green New Deal, abolishing ICE, and this is how Southern voters, this is how this will benefit the lives of Southern voters. And then he should have said, here's why I'm more pragmatic. And he could try to go circumvent the issue of the fact that Democrats didn't even pass any of his legislation. He could have said those things because life is not Twitter. I do not have a Twitter account. I do not have a Facebook account. Life is not Twitter or Facebook. Nobody cares what you say about morality on Twitter. Nobody cares about your sarcasm, your snarkiness. Nobody cares about the soapbox and the pedestal you put yourself on, where you condemn and judge and call other people horrible things, whereas you can throw stones at glass houses or throw stones while you have your own glass house. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And so Bernie is like a social media creation where he can't even. Hello, hello. Yes. That was the Russians. Putin messing with my Yeti mic. So, the issue here, ladies and gentlemen, is the issue here is that nobody cares. Nobody cares what. I know, I fixed the mic. I believe it's fixed already. Nobody cares what people what people on social media think. And so Bernie Sanders couldn't endorse the same pundits that spent their lives in, propping him up on social media. That is a big issue. That is a big issue. That's a huge issue. After today, it's going to be interesting. They're going to start the process of trying to force Bernie Sanders, trying to really force Bernie Sanders to drop out. And it's going to be interesting seeing the same people who utilized the progressive and left-leaning votes and hopes and dreams and ideals, utilize them just to prop up the Democratic Party. Flying Fox Fruit! Google. Chabadakaba. I love you, H. Flying Fox Fruits, hello. Hello, Flying Fox Fruits, hello. Uncloudy, hello. Flying Fox Fruits, hello. Richard! Kruska, Richard! Do you think at this point even matters between Bernie or Joe winning the nomination? Do you think the Democrats know Trump is going to win by a landslide? Richard, I think that they will never allow Bernie Sanders ever in a million years. They would never allow Bernie Sanders. They would much rather lose with Clinton than Bernie Sanders. And I think that Joe Biden is there. Richard, I think Joe Biden is there to do two things. One, to ensure that Bernie doesn't win. And two, to simply, oh Lord, what is going on here? To simply make sure that he's just good enough to defeat Bernie while at the same time unelectable enough to ensure that Hillary has to save the Democratic Party. So that I think is the biggest issue here. He's doing two things at once. He's trying to make sure that he's not electable. So Biden has to be there because Bernie will not. Colonel Quayle, hello. Richard, Bernie is there to funnel left-leaning votes back into the Democratic Party, but Biden is there to make sure he doesn't win and to be just unelectable enough to allow Hillary Clinton to just run away with it and save the Democratic Party. You're talking about people, ladies and gentlemen. You're talking about people who are so conniving. Like, you look up the word despicable, conniving, insidious, duplicitous. It's a picture of the Democratic Party. So, and they do it all the time. It's just that, like, nobody wants to face the reality. Nobody wants to face the facts. So I think polls have already closed now in Michigan. Watch them call this. Watch them call the contest really quickly. Watch them call the contest really, really, really quickly. So, let's see here. So, Richard, I think that let's see here. So, the Mississippi, let's look at the Mississippi results. Nope, not yet. I'm trying to find the results here. Let's look at the Hill. Okay, so Biden wins Missouri primary. Look at that. Hello, 1 minute ago. Biden wins Missouri primary. Dun dun dun. Ladies and gentlemen, developing story. Former Vice President Joe Biden won Missouri. Yes, we're one step closer to Hillary Clinton. Take it, Hillary. Take it. Take it. It's right there. It's right there for you, Madam Secretary. It's right there for you. Take it. Take the prize. Every day, this is like Game of Thrones or like some kind of like Lord of the Rings. Like, it's like every day, you know, like what's that movie? Like the Ice Queen is just waiting for her moment. Former Vice President Joe Biden won Missouri's primary. Yay, no malarkey. Former Vice President won. This is the only thing. This is the Hill article. I'm going to read you this article, ladies and gentlemen. Former Vice President Joe Biden won Missouri's primary Tuesday night, defeating Senator Bernie Sanders. Biden was favored to win Missouri, which will award 68 delegates. That's the end of the article. And then you just have developing. Biden wins Missouri primary. Dun, dun, dun. He's won the Missouri primary, everybody. He's won the Missouri primary. Biden wins Missouri primary. And then, of course, if you look at... you look at, like, you want to see the vote count? You can't get the vote count. You're not going to get the vote count. You try to get the vote count, you're not going to get any. Oh, here you go, finally. CNN politics. All right. 13 votes, it shows here. Missouri Live results. I see votes 13. Okay, you're not getting any votes. No soup for you. No votes for you. Whatever. The whole thing's rigged anyway. Madam Secretary, we love you. Here. Live results, Missouri primary, 0 votes. It's like, can I get a vote count? I can't get a vote count. But who cares anyway? Who cares? cares anyway? Is Wikipedia updated? Reporting 0%. But the Hill said, no, whatever. The whole thing's nonsense anyway. So, Missouri. This is really hilarious. I'm the first person on YouTube to report this. The Hill. The Hill is like Biden wins Missouri primary. So here, this is so hilarious. Biden wins Missouri primary. We knew he would, but there's no vote tally. Big Daddy! Thank you, Big Daddy. I remember you didn't exactly think it would happen, but it's happening. Hillary, take it. It's right there. It's right there for you. Clinton reminds me, the Clinton and the Democratic Party remind me of Gary Payton and Sean Kemp of the 90s Seattle Supersonics, where Gary Payton's a Hall of Famer. Sean Kemp is one of the greats. I think that he should be in the Hall of Fame, actually. I really do. But anyway, where Gary Payton at half court would just lob the ball, and alley-oop, like lob the ball, and Sean Kemp would grab it over the rim, one hand, dunk. That's why I'm just waiting for Hillary to do that too. Come on, Golden Moo. We need the dunk. We need the reverse jam. Hello. Biden wins Missouri. That's it. No vote tally. Who needs votes? You have Biden winning Missouri. I try to find how many votes. They're not going to give it to you. Do you understand? They're not going to give it to you. They're not going to give it to you. They're not going to give it to you. Here, so this is Biden wins Missouri. And let's just see. I mean, it's difficult when Biden wins Mississippi. Look at that. Biden wins Mississippi, Missouri. Just close it up, Democrats. Let's go. We're waiting, Democrats. Here's the link. Democrats are going to just, circle those wagons, Democrats. Let's go. This is the Biden wins Mississippi by Tal Axelrod. Joe Biden defeated Senator Bernie Sanders in the Mississippi primary on Tuesday, the latest by the former vice president in the southern state. CNN and NBC called the race for Biden as soon as polls close at 8 p.m. Eastern. The state will award a total of 36 delegates. Okay. So, yeah. Democrats scrap live audience for Arizona debate. This is so funny. Democrats announced on Tuesday there will be no live audience. Well, of course not. Oh, I love it. Yes. Oh, my God. This is fantastic. Everything's working as planned. Hillary, we're waiting. Madam Secretary, I saw you on Hulu. I might not vote for Trump. I might vote for you now. So Biden wins Missouri and Mississippi. Now we just got to wait for Michigan. Let's see. Live results, 6-state vote. Okay, so Michigan. All right, so 0.4 precincts. How are people voting for Michael Bloomberg? He has 13 votes. What is that? Like, how are these people? There's 2 votes for Amy Klobuchar and Elizabeth Warren. 1 vote for Pete Buttigieg. Like, what? All right, so let's see. I'm trying to look at the Michigan. So Michigan polls have closed. Michigan primary results. So Biden won Mississippi and Missouri. So 1% reporting. Oh, Bernie is up by 0.6%, 48.8 to 48.2. So 583 votes. Bloomberg gets 17. It's hilarious. He's not even in, like, they couldn't print out new sheets. It's hilarious. Whatever. They wanted to just, so they knew Biden would win, but they wanted to just get as many votes away from. So Bernie and Biden are neck and neck. Well, that's a fast race. It's like Usain Bolt right there. Well, they're neck and neck. And Biden takes the lead, and Bernie takes the lead, and Biden takes the lead, Bernie takes the lead. Joe Biden takes the lead. 48.1. Oh, my God. What a horse race. It's like 2 turtles. Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders. Joe Biden's up 48.1% of the vote to 47.7%. Oh, my God. It's 1% reporting. March 17th ain't going to be fun. They're going to demand Bernie. They're going to demand Bernie. White Lotus, hello. Yes. Hillary, it's there. Take it, Hillary, take it. Oh, and Biden straight out for the 48% to 46.8%. Bernie Sanders. Sorry. And Bloomberg with 53 votes because the smart people, the wonderful Democrats who don't know that Bloomberg is not there. Why are you voting for Bloomberg? He's not there. Hey, Tulsi has 18 votes. All right. Oh, my God. Tulsi Gabbard is, in 2024, she will be perhaps the only hope for Democrats to win. Let's see. That's right. Just a sample. Hello. Let's go. They call the race anyway, like with 5% reporting, so. All right, come on. So now Biden, let's see. Biden, Bernie. Whoa, Biden! Up 50% to Bernie's 45. Oh, my God, this horse race. This horse race, 2,118 votes to 1,929. To 63 for Michael Bloomberg, the geniuses in the Democratic Party. Wow, they're so smart. He's not running. No, Bloomberg is not there. Why did you vote for him if he's not there? Why did you do that? That's a big problem. Let's refresh the screen again. Biden still up by 5 points. Wow. Gosh, Bernie, maybe you shouldn't have said that Trump needs to be investigated because that's what they did to you. Oh, now Bernie back in the lead. Look at that. 51% to 46%. Oh, my God. He's going to win this and then get swept on March 17th. Not. All right, so live. So 1% in. Bernie is up 51%, 51 votes, 51% to 46%. So let's see here. Bernie wins this. It's just going to prolong the agony of this whole thing. Let's see. So this is CNN. This is CNN says that Bernie is up, but I mean Biden's going to win this thing, but whatever. I really don't care either way. I know Hillary Clinton is going to be the nominee, so, but Biden is almost certainly going to win this thing. So, let's see here. So let's see. This is going to take a million years. If you look at Michigan primary results, let's look at the New York Times. Or no, Business Insider. Look at Business Insider. Okay. Let me see here. Hold on 1 second. So, Business Insider. And did I say CNN? So now Joe Biden says 54,000 votes. Okay, so hold on 1 second. So Joe Biden's now back up according to Business Insider. 54,000 to 48,000. Why is CNN saying Bernie is up? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so CNN, Michigan, primary. All right, so let's see. So who's up? Oh, I see. Oh, thanks, CNN, for being behind. So incredibly far behind. Making me look bad in front of my audience. I'll never forgive you, CNN, for that. So Bernie is up in CNN, but that's only with 5,000 votes. But then when it gets to, oh, wow, 101,000, Joe Biden up. Shlama-lama-ding-dong. Bernie Sanders, 85,000. Oops. shouldn't have sold your soul to the intelligence community, Bernie. Sorry about that. Now they're going to get a Bernie dossier if you don't drop out. That's too bad. That's too bad, isn't it? Michael LaRusso! Michael, I have not. Probably going to stay away from that topic just because of YouTube policies. There's not much to say. I think everything's going to be fine, so. All right, so Business Insider. It's like so annoying. I used CNN. This is like a lesson in life. Every single time that you trust CNN, it's a big issue. Huge issue. Why did I even look at CNN? That's the problem. Why did I even, for a second? It's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. So if you look now, at Business Insider, Joe Biden is at 102,882. Bernie's at 85,734. So he's going to get smoked. And Bloomberg, of course, because the geniuses has 2,000 votes. And Elizabeth Warren has 1,296 votes. Very smart people. Very, very smart people. Very. So Biden is up by about 17,000 votes. So there you go. And that's, I believe, the Detroit the Detroit area. Kalamazoo barely went to Bernie. It was like 5 votes. Oh my God. So let's see. Let's look at this right here. So Biden is slowly running away with this. Of course, it's just unbelievable. You know, how hard is it? Okay, now CNN slowly updated. Biden's up. It's unbelievable. How hard is it? CNN has Bernie up with 27,000 votes to 26,000. And then when you look, Biden is now up 160,000 votes to Bernie's 130,000. So he's up by 30,000 votes now in Business Insider. It's like you have one of the biggest websites in the world. You can't update your site? You can't update your site? Like, really? So when Bernie loses this, you're going to see pandemonium on social media. Pandemonium. Absolute pandemonium. All right, let's see what the new. Honestly, I give it up to Business Insider, because if you rely on CNN, it's like the biggest You just biggest problem. They don't. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. 164,000 to 133,000. So he's up 31,000 votes, around 31,000 votes. Um, 31% reporting. Wowzers. Wow. So it's going to be interesting to see. Is it close? Is it close? Is it not close? Does Bernie get close to this? Who knows? I think that Biden's going to probably run away with this. Wow. 183,000 to 149,000. So he's slowly pulling away. Slowly pulling away. 34 point, and so Business Insider has this information. So I'll give you the link right here. Here's the link. Toilet paper. I'll give you $500 for that roll of toilet paper. Is it 2-ply? Okay, $1,000. Of course, if it is like a Mad Max scenario, gee, don't you think it would be good to have the amendment right after the first one? Because in a Mad Max scenario, the authorities will be busy. Let's see. Business Insider. 192,000 to 157. So he's slowly kind of running away with it. Almost 35% reporting. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just, what can I tell you? Biden's on his way to winning. And he's on his way to winning. So, of course, CNN is like dreadfully slow. So Michigan primary results. Let's see. New York Times is slow also. I'm not going to subscribe, so forget that. $152,000 to 120,000. That's C County results. So 152. I'm looking at NPR right now. Oh, this is 202,000 to 164, 208. So let's see. He's running away with it. He is running away with this. So Hillary is going to be nominee, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going with Biden. The fact that Biden is winning has absolutely nothing to do with him being electable, because he's definitely not electable. The fact that he's defeating Bernie Sanders, Bernie's running on a fantasy. You can't run on issues or policies that haven't been adopted by Democrats. He's running in the Democratic primary on policies that Democrats do not want. So, and they haven't passed any bills. The only thing they've done is impeach Trump, because that's what they want to do. Any major bills, I should say, that are used to funnel votes. The notion or the hopes and dreams of progressives and people on the left. They say, well, we want to create a new deal, Medicare for all. Well, Democrats have no intention of implementing any of that, but what they want to do is just funnel votes. So they say, well, this is what's going to happen. All right, so yeah, NPR is not as good as Business Insider. Let's see, Business Insider. Let's refresh that screen again. 222,000 to 180, so 42,000 votes. He's 42,000 votes up. With 40% reporting, he's 42,000 votes up. So, Biden's going to win Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to win Michigan. Denise T, hello. Hillary is... This is the best campaign that Clinton could ever have run. Not running like a traditional campaign and then taking it at the convention or before the convention. There's no way. So Bernie's going to drop out. I think Bernie Sanders, they're going to force Bernie to drop out after March 17th. Like, he has no chance to win. And when people are like, oh, Jay Goodman said that help Bernie can win. Like, dude, you're running against somebody who had an FBI criminal investigation before we knew Comey was in the tank for Democrats. New York Times, Joe Biden, not Bernie Sanders, is the true Scandinavian. Let's see what social media is saying. All right, so Michigan primary trending. And it's the same. It's just people. I get it. Like, you want... I get the... Believe me, I get the appeal of Bernie Sanders. I was the biggest Bernie booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. But at a certain point, you have to... at a certain point, you have to actually stand up for yourself. Oh, Biden wanted to throw down with somebody earlier today. This is interesting. That is interesting. All right, let's see here. That would be cool if I could actually tell everyone here that Biden has won. 230,000 votes to 186,000. Okay. So now we're getting what? 44,000. So that's with what? Now it says 17% reporting. That doesn't make any sense because it was 40% reporting prior, so hold on one second. This is bizarre. %28 reporting. It says 241 to 192. So, let's see. If you look, ladies and gentlemen, if you look, it's like the Hill always has like you click on the Hill. I used to be a contributor to the Hill. Okay, so Biden wins Missouri. Biden wins Mississippi. Democrats scrap live audience for Arizona debate. Well, whatever helps Biden, which will eventually help Hillary. Biden and Sanders cancel Cleveland rally. Oh my God. Okay. By the way, everyone, did you see my? I deadlifted 315 pounds. That was yesterday. Check it out. And I with a 7-second hold. So I held the weight for 7 seconds. I'm getting better. I feel it. I feel it a day after. So it's been 2 days. This is my second day after that. So I'm actually feeling a lot better, but I do feel it a little bit more. It's just, it feels great to actually, to deadlift that weight, and I feel that I can do a lot more, but I'm just trying to take it slow, like very slow. Maybe by the end of the year, maybe I could do 405. Maybe. I don't make any promises. Maybe. Possibly. All right, let's see. Let's do Business Insider again. Come on, Business Insider, come on. $249 to $197. So now it's about 50-something thousand, 53,000 or so. So 249,162 votes for Biden, almost 30% reporting to 197,000. Of course, Bloomberg gets 8,000 votes, which is hilarious, and Warren gets 4,000. So it's kind of, it's like, what? Did you not realize? Like, why are they still on the ballot? This is hilarious. Karen Hart! Biden's behavior is amazing. Crazy. But he is their guy until Hillary levitates. Exactly. Karen, you said it better than I could have ever said it. Biden's behavior is amazingly, but he is their guy until Hillary levitates. Exactly. You said it better than I could have. Karen Hart! You said it better than I could have. Exactly. Calm before the storm. Thank you. Karen Hart, you said it exactly, better than I could have said. Can you just finish up Democrats and, give us the rigged primary? It's funny because this election is rigged, but also Bernie's just not winning it on, because his campaign is not 2016. There's so much difference between 2016 and 2017. There was none of the preaching and the moralizing and the pontificating and the judging and the condemnation. Bernie became the social media creation that's going to be his undoing. That's why he couldn't even endorse the same pundits that endorsed him. Why? Because one of them wrote something really horrible, and he wrote something really horrible. But so he demands he demands forgiveness, but he can't give forgiveness to. Whatever. He was talking about foreign policy in 2016. His message resonated. He was talking about breaking up too big to fail banks. His message resonated with people, even conservatives. But he has zero conservative appeal to conservatives. Now, if you type in Michigan primary, you get hardcore Bernie Sanders, like, like most of the stuff is Bernie, Bernie, Bernie. But it's like, Bernie's done after today. He'll be really done after. Ramla Farah! Hello! Hello, Ramla. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Bernie will be really done after March 17th. After March 17th. And then we have Hillary. I think we need Hillary. Ramla, hello. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well. Ramla Farah, hope you're doing well. Thank you for always watching, Ramla. Calm before the storm! Logistically, how would they fade Biden for Hillary? Well, I mean, he could just coincidentally say something really horrendous, which he's already stated, but, like, he can ratchet it up. Who knows? There's like a million different ways with Biden. I don't know. Calm before the storm. I don't know. I didn't know an app wouldn't work in Iowa. I didn't know that Bloomberg would immediately leave when he wasn't needed, or that Mayor Pete or Klobuchar would leave right before Super Tuesday and Elizabeth Warren would leave. I don't know. That's the thing. Nice. Sea Shadow Band and Christopher. Thank you. You remember that. Wow, you've been here from day one. From day one. Sea Shadow Band, hello. Thank you. So calm before the storm. I don't know. It could be, you just never know. With Democrats, it takes a week of media spin and something with plausible deniability. Well, you don't know. ACL injuries can happen at any time. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. We got somebody. She's batting .267. with 15 errors in 3 games. Should we bring her up? Well, that's not really good. I said bring the prospect up. That's not really good to bring it up. Joe Biden, 312,000 to 246,000. And Biden's running away with it, which is something you would never hear in real life from a physical sense. So you're looking at around, 66,000. 246,000 for Bernie Sanders to 312,000 for Biden. All right, so he's going to get, if it's over 100,000 votes, no good. Almost 30%. So let me see, because the Hill always the Hill's like, he won. The Hill, just wait for the Hill. They're like, Biden wins Missouri. Biden wins Mississippi. Pelosi wants to close the Capitol. It's like, oh my God, such fearless leaders we have. Close the Capitol. Thank you, fearless leaders we should really revere. You're so fantastic. Thank you for leading this country through tough times. Whatever. Pelosi's like, we've had enough of this president, and we need to close the Capitol until the time being. Yes, trust in government. They'll always be by your side. Gee, thanks for fighting for us. Thanks for... It's like, really? What's the problem? Like, you're going to close the Capitol? Like, okay, you're not going to work now? Until when? Until when? That's really fantastic. They should close, and then Trump will be like, you're not working. Honestly, you're not working. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be in center field. Okay, Democrats, we have this prospect. Absolutely wonderful. H. Rodham. Yeah, about a 7.86 ERA with 10 homers given up in 3 games with a whip of about 3.658. I think we need to call this person up. Really? Why? It's a horrible statistics. And a win above replacement of whatever. I can't. I don't like anything new. I don't like any of the new stats. I do know. Talk to the Astros about the wonderful sabermetrics. Talk to the Astros with the buzzer and everything. I think we need to call up this prospect, H. Rodham. What? Why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense at all. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I could be a center field. Okay, let's do this. 322,000 Biden to 254 Bernie. Shouldn't have let those pundits run your movement into the ground, Bernie. Should have listened to old H.A. Badman. But you didn't, did you? You sold your soul. Tried to make Trumpy look real bad with Russia. Didn't work, did it? It didn't work, did it? Huh? All right, so 255 to 323. So you're looking at 60, close to 70. 70,000 up. I mean, this thing's only, look. Bernie's done after this. He's going to lose all 6 primaries ahead. And they are going to... Okay, look. This is not a prediction. Luke St. Martin, hello. This is not a prediction. JC 1042, hello. Listen. The Bernie dossier is already set. A fire hydrant? What? Oh my God, the Michigans. A fire hydrant? That's how you're going to do me? There ain't no future in your frontin', Democrats. I got the goods on you. Oh no. A Bernard dossier, after all I did for you. Really? You're going to talk about a Bernard dossier? Okay. Very good. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your help. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, fire hydrant and other issues. Okay. That's right. Believe everything you read. Believe the Bernard dossier. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end this. To my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Thank you. Biden's going to win this, and now it's just a matter of, what happens with Bernie's campaign. Give me your thoughts below. Oh, yeah, Biden's up now by 70 plus. So, 70 plus thousand. Give me your thoughts below. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in a couple of hours, literally a couple of hours to talk about the news. Give me your thoughts. Thank you so very much, everyone. God bless. To my super chat, thank you. I will see you very soon. Thanks. Biden has won Michigan. Give me your thoughts. Thank you.